Okay, we're into hinges. We've got these nice soft close inset hinges. You can see how that's just kind of closing all on itself. The rate at which it closes is adjustable, which is a nice feature, and it has adjustment features for every which way you want to move. What I'm going to start with is a test hole. This is going to take a 35 millimeter Forstner bit. So we'll drill a hole here on the drill press, get a test fit, see how this is going to operate, where we can make the adjustments, and then we'll be ready to make our holes in the doors themselves. So first test hole, I'm making it the center of the hole 20 millimeters from the edge of the board. So to help me know where to stop the drill, or set the drill stop, just set the hinge on the test piece like this. I drew a line where the bottom of the hinge is going to be, and then simply use my eye to line up the bottom of the hole. Use my ichrometer. Just going to tap that, or center punch that. Okay, and with the center punch, we're ready to go. We'll do a test fit with that. We may need to go just a little deeper. Yeah, I think what has happened is the drill bit kind of sank into the chuck a little bit. So I'm going to come down another little bit. I'll measure it against my mark on the piece. Okay, we're just going a little deeper. And we have a very nice flush fit. So I'm quite pleased with the result of that hole. No penetration. So now we can mark our holes here and screw this in. So I've mounted this hinge on a little test piece. It's just one hinge. It probably should do two, but I've just done one for the time being. And I just thought I'd show you some of the adjustments that these screws make. So I've got an adjustment here that will adjust this gap. So fully closed, like so, and I can turn it and open that gap up quite a bit to accommodate, adjust the gap of 1/8. So that's going up probably 3/16. So I don't need to make any changes to the measurements for that fit. In terms of where this hinge is placed on this piece, I've got it. The holes are 54 millimeters from the front edge, and right now that is absolutely flush. I've got an adjustment here on this screw that will let me move. When I turn it, you can see that this is moving back and forth. And when it is out all the way, I'm probably 1/8, 3/16 proud. And if I bring it back all the way in, I'm flush. So that tells me that I probably should move this, instead of 54 millimeters, I'm going to make that 55 millimeters, just to move it back in a little wee bit, to give me a little bit more flexibility in terms of both directions. And then of course there's an adjustment here that lets me move the drawer kind of toward the camera and away from the camera. And it looks like that'll move it about 3/16, certainly 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16 of an inch. So we've got good adjustability there. Really nice little set of hinges. On top of which, they also come with clips to kind of cover up all of the screws. So it just makes for a nicer finish on the inside of the hinge. Inside of the cabinet, rather. So I'm going to change that one to 55. Leave that as is. And now we can drill the holes in the doors themselves. That's always a scary proposition. All right, ready to drill our first hinges for our first door. Back to the drill press. All right, now we drill 2 smaller holes for the hinge screws. I have already drawn the line where the screws are going to go at 29 millimeters, so I'm reasonably confident in just placing the hinge in there and drawing those little points where the holes will be. Okay, now we can go to the cabinet and get the door fitted over there. All right, since that cabinet is a closed cabinet, I'm going to put the door on, and then there's the side of 2 sides, a back and a wall. There's no way that I can get inside to measure and mark where those holes are going to be with the door in place. So what I have to do is make sure I get the measurements of where these holes are going to be. That's the holes on this piece that attaches to the side of the cabinet. I need to know where they are relative to the floor of the cabinet. I already know how far off I want them to make it. That's going to be 55 millimeters. Right? Yeah, 55 millimeters. So 55 millimeters from the front face of the cabinet, and I want to be I don't know how far yet off the floor. So what I'm doing here is using my little card technique. So that's going to be 1/8 of an inch off the floor. That gives us the clearance that we need off the floor. And I'm just going to use my tape measure for this measurement. What I'm going to want to be is 3.5, 4 3/4. Just going to write that down. I'm going to go 14 and 15 sixteenths, and 16 and 3/16. Now, these hinges do have a little bit of wiggle room, so not absolutely critical that these numbers be perfect. Plus, there is adjustability within the hinge itself. So I'm going to go over there and mark those hinges, those hole locations, drill them out, and then we can put these. Actually, I can put the brackets in because those clip on and off. Isn't that convenient? So let me go drill out those holes attach these, and then we can clip the door on. Turn the cabinet up on its side. It's a little easier to work facing down than it is on its edge. I've drawn the line, marked where I want the holes to be. Just center punch those. Drill them out. Okay, that's in. Now I'm going to tip the cabinet back up, put the door on, just so we can see it fitting a little better. All right, here we go, first fit. And I've attached the door handle. Need a little adjustment here. There we are. Of course, we need to put a door stop on there. And I had a little bit of tear out happen as I was jamming that door in, so something to be careful of the next time around. A little bit of fine adjusting. I think we're going to be just perfect. I think those need to come out just a little bit more. Very happy with that. I'll bring you down to see it. So there's our fit. Looks like it can go down just a smidgen. It's sitting in there with the door. Pleased with that fit. Okay, time for a bite of lunch. I need to go get more door handles. Just use the last of that bit of door handle tape. And you can see that soft close action. Let's do that one more time. So push the door in. Nice soft close. Beautiful. I like that. Okay, bite of lunch, then we'll do the other two doors. This guy seems to be a little bit proud at the top. I may have to make some further adjustments on that. Now we'll put this door on. All right, there we have 3 drawers with faces on them, 3 doors, adjusted. Got real nice gaps all around them. Very pleased with that result, I gotta say. All right, that's the major construction elements done. Left to do is the skirt that goes across the bottom. We're going to cut a matching skirt on the sides and put a skirt on the back. And then just a little bit of trim, the veneer that I want to put on all the faces, including the faces of the drawers, the edges of the drawers rather. There we are. So it's going to be a short video today. That'll be it. Next video we'll be doing the veneer on the faces of the cabinets, as I mentioned. But thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.